everybody, and welcome to our Great to Be in 2023 Play and Learn. It's been a fun and exciting summer. Now it's time to think about going back to school, which can also be fun and exciting if you learn how to persevere. Do you know what perseverance means? Well, it means trying your best and working hard, even if it's sometimes difficult. I have an example for you. How about, did you watch the LSU Tigers win the College World Series this summer? I know my family did. Well, how did those baseball players win the World Championship? If you said they worked hard, they practiced hard, they tried their best, and they never gave up, well then you know what perseverance means. Dr. Seuss once said, a brain in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself wherever you choose. Sometimes when we persevere, we have to make mistakes and we have to learn from our mistakes, but always at the end we get to celebrate, don't we? Well, let's see how Brad learns to persevere in this Xavier Riddle video.
You can't catch me, Burby. Oops, sorry, Brad.
Oh, hi, Adina. Check out the tent I built. I just know I'm gonna get my tent making badge. As soon as this tent stays up.
You can do it, Brad. You're so close.
Let me try again. Whoa! Whew. Oh, dear. Oh. Tent making badge, here I'm gone.
Oh, Brad.
It's Marie Curie. She showed us how important it is to follow your dreams, no matter what. I get it, Burby. You're saying I need to show perseverance, like Marie did to become a scientist. Perseverance means to stick with something and not give up, even when it's hard. Even when the schools around her had unfair rules and didn't accept girls, that didn't stop Marie from learning. Her perseverance helped her become an amazing scientist. Thanks, Burby. Okay, I'm ready. Come on. Whoa! Don't give up, Brad. You can do this. I did it! I have perseverance!
What an awesome scientist Madame Curie was. You know, she made so many amazing discoveries in chemistry and in physics, and she even won a special prize called the Nobel Prize. We're so excited today to have our friends Dean and Carly, and they came to Camp LPB this summer, and so we're so excited to see you again. So when we get ready to study, it's important to have a nice study space, isn't it? Miss Nancy's going to show us some great things that we can do to make studying a little bit more fun. Miss Nancy?
Okay, guys, how many of you have a special place at your house that you do homework?
I do.
Where?
I sit in the front on the couch because it really helps me calm down and do my homework and concentrate.
All right. What about you, Dean? Do you have a special place?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay. Well, we're going to have a special pencil for homework. Okay? So each of you have 2 pencils. We're going to make Sesame Street pencil toppers. So you have a pipe cleaner that you're going to cut in half, and you're going to twist it on the top of the pencil and leave a little bit sticking up, and we will hot glue either your red or green pom-pom, whichever one you choose to do first, on the top of your pipe cleaner. And then after we do that, you've got a orange nose for Elmo and 2 squiggly eyes. So you don't need very many materials for this activity. So we just need pencils, pipe cleaners, pom-poms, and some squiggly eyes. So are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay. did a great job on your pencil toppers. They're so cute. When you have a space at home, you can use things around the house to decorate. Like, what could you use to make, to put your pencils in?
You could take a
How
can.
could you make a pencil holder,
You
Dean?
can take a can and you can like take the top part of where you open it and then you can put your things in.
Yes, you can.
When we're persevering, we can get a little frustrated and maybe it's kind of hard for us to calm down and keep moving. Carly, do you have any ideas on what we could do if we just need a minute to relax, calm down before we move forward?
Well, Miss Melissa, the first thing that you can do is you can play with your stuffed animals. And the second thing is that you can belly breathe.
Belly breathe? Well, let's learn how to belly breathe.
Breathe. Sometimes the monster that's inside you is a monster that is mad. It's a monster who is angry. It's a monster who feels bad. When your monster wants to throw things and your monster wants to shout, there's a way to calm your monster and chill your inner monster out.
Belly breathe, gonna breathe right through it, belly breathe. This is how you do belly breathe. Gonna breathe right through it, belly breathe. This is how you do it. Put your hands on your tummy, now you're ready to begin. Put your hands on your belly and you slowly breathe in. Bubba breathe, belly, belly, bubba breathe. Belly, belly breathe. Feel your belly go out and in and out. And you'll start to calm down without a doubt. Feel your belly go in and out and out and in.
Now Elmo feels like himself again.
Belly breathe, gonna breathe right through it, belly breathe. This is how you do it. Bubba breathe, belly, belly, bubba breathe. Belly, belly, breathe.
Your mad monster may appear at any time and any place, and that mad monster will make you make a mad monster face. He makes you wanna push, he makes you wanna shove. There's a way to calm that monster, bring out the monster love.
Belly breathe, gonna breathe right through it, belly breathe. This is how you do it. Belly breathe, gonna breathe right through it, belly breathe. This is how you do it. Belly go out and in and out. That's what belly breathing is all about. Feel your belly go in and out and out and in.
And now I feel like myself again.
Belly breathe, gonna breathe right
Everybody
through it, belly
just,
breathe.
yeah,
This is how
come
you
on,
do it.
just
Belly breathe, gonna breathe right
Everybody
through it,
just
belly breathe. Belly breathe.
breathe.
Belly breathing is a great way to calm down, isn't it? And so is our next art activity that Miss Nancy's going to show us.
Okay guys, for our next activity, we're gonna make glitter jars. So for this activity, we can use a water bottle. We can use a plastic clear jar if you wanted, like maybe an old peanut butter jar. Anything that's clear. And you have to use clear glue gel for this activity. And you can find this usually at your local stores, Hobby Lobbies, or Walmart has it. So we're going to use, this is a 4-ounce fluid bottle. And then we have a variety of glitters on the table. Some are bigger glitter, and there's some very fine glitter over here. And we've got some sequins that we can put in. And this is some special glitter with little shapes in it, glitter shapes. So you can use any of this, a little combination of it all. The first thing that we need to do is to open our glue and just start, squirting it into your water bottle.
Y'all are so creative. And do you know that when you persevere, sometimes you have to think in a different and new and a creative way. Well, Eudina and Brad and Xavier want to play baseball, but they have some problems. So we're going to watch a video from Xavier Riddles to see how they persevere and think in a new and creative way.
You're just in time for a soccer game, Burbie. Dr. Zoo is so ready.
Xavier?
I've got some bad news. My doctor says I shouldn't run with my injured arm. I'm not sure I can play today.
But it's not the same if we can't play together.
Sacagawea.
Sacagawea was a member of the Shoshone indigenous tribe and helped explorers find their way to the Pacific Ocean. Her skills and creativity helped them more than they ever imagined. She showed us that people can do more than you think. Xavier's arm is hurt, but he can still have lots of fun with us in new and different ways. We just have to be creative.
That means using our imaginations to solve our problems or finding ways to do things differently.
Hey, what if we use the books for a new game everyone can play?
Like an obstacle course? If I stack these up like this, it's our first obstacle. A hurdle. Be extra careful on. Grass. Boulder. Woo!
We walk in between these books like this. Watch out for Yadina's wacky weaves. Oh, yeah.
What if we spin around the book with Dr. Zoom on our heads?
Yahoo!
This'll be our Twisty Twirler.
Air Bradley.
We finished our creative obstacle course.
We are creative! Woohoo!
Wow, can you imagine walking hundreds of miles through wilderness to discover a new land like Sacagawea did? Now that's perseverance. Now you know if we're going to persevere, we have to have snacks, right? Yeah. So Miss Kathy's here today, and she's going to show us how we can make our afternoon snack fun and do it in a creative way.
I am so excited to be with you today to make a very special, healthy treat. And you could do it all by yourself. Today we're going to make feelings faces. We all know about feelings, don't we? What kind of feelings do you have?
I have happy feelings.
And what about you?
Happy.
I am glad to hear that mostly all the time we are happy. But there might be times when we're not happy, when unexpected things happen. And sometimes we might be nervous, like on the first day of school. But today, you get to show all of us what kind of feelings you have. We have in front of you, we have pita bread, we have rice cakes, raisins, bananas, pretzels, apples, oranges, and guess what? Did I mention graham crackers? Yes, we actually crushed some graham crackers. I love graham crackers. But to make our base for our happy face, we can either use peanut butter or cream cheese, and you can use this knife to spread yourself.
In order to persevere, we have to stay healthy this school year, right, Dean? Do you have any tips for us on how we can stay healthy during the school year?
You can pack a healthy lunch and you can get healthy, and in the lunch line you can get healthy sightings, and if there is some type of meat, you should probably get that because meat is also very healthy.
What are some other things you can think of?
Get a good rest and drink lots and lots of water.
Yeah, and most importantly, we should stay up to date with
Our shots.
Right. We really need to stay up to date with our shots. And do you know why? Because in the state of Louisiana, all students have to keep up with their vaccinations in order to attend school. So that's important, right? So, Dean, getting shots, sometimes it's not that fun. So do you have any tips on ways that we could make getting shots a little easier?
My dad says that it feels like an ant bite, and
Yeah.
it's only like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's great. And you know what else? We can belly breathe, right? Very good. So we'd like to thank our sponsor today, the Louisiana Department of Health. And parents, if you're interested and need to know some more information, visit this website, immunizations.la.gov. Here's a great new game to play where you can be creative and you can persevere and you can avoid the oddness.
Okay, Odd Squad agents, are you ready to play this super cool game called Agent Academy? You can find this game on pbskids.org/games. So let's get started. Let's hit the play button.
Greetings, soon-to-be Odd Squad agent. Choose how you'd like to look. That's right, I'm talking to you with the nice eyes, or hair, or maybe glasses, but also maybe not glasses. Tap or click the arrow when you're done.
Okay, so I'm going to choose this character. And I think she's okay, so I'm going to hit the next arrow.
The next step is to grow your uniform. You heard me right. Grow your uniform.
So now I have to grow my uniform.
To grow your uniform, fill the bucket with exactly 1 gallon of water. Choose a container to fill the bucket.
I'm going to do quarts because I know 4 quarts
There are 4 quarts
equal
in
a
1
gallon.
gallon. Now, you need to fill the bucket with exactly 1 gallon of water.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 quarts make 1 gallon.
And I'm
Press
going
the
to
arrow button.
hit the arrow.
Press the uniform seed. That is your new uniform. Wear it well. Press the arrow button.
Press the arrow button.
Needs a gadget. Click or tap the letters and numbers so the beams meet on the square with the gadget. Then press go.
Well, I know this
Gadget
is
is
a
at
gadget.
C1, C3, C1,
There we go, C1, that's my gadget.
Great work, Almost Agent. Your first gadget is the Obstacle Avoidinator. Press the arrow button.
Press the
Now
arrow
you
button.
can use your gadget in an odd emergency simulation.
Okay, so
Move your
here we
agent
go.
up and down to avoid the oddness.
Oh, want to get away from that. This looks like something I need.
To defeat the biggest oddness of all, you need to add more pieces to your gadget. Look at the number line. Collect the first missing number, and then the next missing number, until all the missing numbers are filled in.
Okay, so I have 5, 6, 7. So my next number should be 8. And there it is. And my next number is 9, and here it is. And now I need to look for a 10. And these are some jet boosters I'm going to grab on the way. And I'm going to get my 10.
Good work, but that is some next level oddness. You need to add more pieces to your gadget.
Okay, so now I need the number 18. And here it is. And then I'll need a 19, not 21. Here's my 19. And now I need 20, and here it is.
Good work, but that is some next level oddness. You need to add more pieces to your gadget.
Okay, so we can keep going. This time we're going down in the number line. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. So you get the idea. So you're just filling in the numbers on the number line. And here we've got the 7. And the next number I need is a 6, because we're counting down. And this is going to mow everything over. There's my 6.
Amazing! You defeated that oddness in no time. You are now an official Odd Squad agent. Congratulations!
Yay! We defeated
Want to
oddness
play
and we're
again?
now an official agent. And that's how you play Agent Academy.
The first day of school can sometimes give us the jitters, can it? Even if you're a critter. Let's listen to Mr. Trace as he reads First Day Critter Jitters.
Hello, my name is Trace Purse. I'm the Communications Director for the Creative Services Office here at LPB. And today I'm going to read this story called First Day Critter Jitters, written by Jory John and illustrated by Liz Climo. And it looks like a lot of very scared young critters on the school bus. Going to school first day, I bet. Be pretty scary. Alright, let's see. First day critter jitters. Oh, little mouse is scared. Okay. Am I nervous about the first day of school? I mean, sure. After all, have you ever seen how slowly sloths walk? Like, I probably should have left yesterday. How many more times do I have to write this? 998. Trust me, you don't want to be late on the first day of school. Here's a snake. Why am I pacing back and forth? I'll tell you why. I literally spent on last night and this morning trying to get a backpack onto my body. Guess what? It didn't work, dude. Pretty hard, I bet, for a snake. Oh, how I carry my art supplies. Where will I put my stuff? A nervous snake. Oh, now we have a nervous mouse. Why am I so anxious? Because they're bigger than me. Who's they? All of them. Still nervous, he bit his pencil there. Oh, look, he's so small. A kangaroo. Am I tense? Yeah, haven't really spent a great deal of time outside of the porch, to be quite honest. So this is going to be new for me also. I'm cold and I miss my mom. Now, he's hopping when he talks, so that's why he sounds that way. Maybe next year I'll be ready. I got a parrot. Alright, I'm feeling skittish. Here's why. I had a tendency to repeat things that other animals say. Like one time somebody said to me, please stop talking just this once. And I kept repeating, please stop talking just this once. Please stop talking just this once. Please stop talking just this once. Please stop talking. Hey man, you're cutting the line, dude. You're cutting line. You're cutting line. You're cutting line. You're cutting line. I have a feeling that's not going to fly at school. Now we have a mole. I worry that I won't be able to see the chalkboard. How big our chalkboard is, by the way? He can't see the chalkboard. He can't write very well either because he can't see. And I got a bear now. Me? Well, as you can see, I'm not coming out. Can I just dream about school instead? It's a bunny rabbit's in a hurry. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy. So what if I'm in class and I want to hop around? So I have to sit still instead? I just have so much energy. Hop, 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 hop. Time out. It's quite the mess. So yeah, I'm already been traveling toward this bus stop for 20 minutes and I still am at my front door. Should I really learn? I should really learn how to ride a bike. Jeez. Bye-bye backpack. Sniff. Bye-bye lunch. Sniff. Bye-bye art supplies. Sniff. I'm exhausted. Aren't I supposed to be hibernating right now? So the snake left the backpack. The sloth is still trying to get there. And we got a very tired bear. Okay. I can't stop hopping. So much energy. Can't stop hopping. So much energy. Can't stop hopping. So much. My eyelids won't stop closing. I'm almost to the sidewalk. I can do this. Just a few more blocks to go. Yes. Feel the burn. Right now, my mom and I would be reading a book together and drinking hot chocolate with marshmallows. Do buses have hot chocolate? All these animals have their own personalities and voices. Sigh. 3 more. Sigh and sigh. They're worried about what's happening, and there they are. They're at school. Go! Uh-oh. Door opens. Who's coming in? There. It's rolling. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Excuse me. Do you know what that rock is doing in here? Hello? Anybody home? Knock, knock. Maybe it's sleeping. I mean, I get that. And then, pop! Oh yes, good morning everyone. I'm your teacher, Mr. Sherwood. Whoa! Did that rock just start talking? It's a talking rock! No. As you see, once I'm unfurled, I'm actually an armadillo. But I think I'm going to remain in this ball shape, at least for a little bit. That's how I roll, no pun intended, when I'm nervous. You're nervous? But we're nervous! Well, yes. I feel a bit silly about this, but I have plenty to be nervous about. Truth is, I'm rather forgetful. What if I can't remember all of your names? What if I forget the last thing I said? What if I can't recall where I put the chalk? This is the mouse talking. Don't worry, Mr. Sherwood. I may be a tiny mouse, but I have the memory of an elephant, and I'll help you remember our names using a mnemonic device. For example, my name is Chauncey, and I like cheese. See how it works? Very smart. Smart mouse. Right. And I'll repeat everything you say, even when you don't want me to. See how that works? See how that works? And I'll be on chalk's duty. Miss Sherwood, you have to come out of that ball. So I'm so excited about everything you have to teach us. I can barely contain myself. Listen, Mr. Sherwood, I know how you feel. Sometimes it feels safer in the pouch, air ball. But we're all in this together. Yes, I suppose you're right. Thank you, everybody. I'm feeling much better already. Now, how about that mnemonic device? Charlie, was it? My name is Nellie, and I like naps. Can you share my textbook? And the bunny's reading. They're eating lunch together, and the snake is helping the mouse sharpen his pencil. Now it's playground, recess. The teacher let me sit in the front row and the chalkboard was clear. I saw a hummingbird. He's the same size as me. I managed to stay awake so far. I guess my backpack wasn't all that important. I sat still, at least for a little while, and now it's recess, so I could run around a lot. Being out of the pouch isn't so scary after all. Being out of the pouch isn't so scary after all. Being out of the pouch isn't so scary after all. Being out of the pouch. I taught my first class, and it went pretty well. Nice. We did it. Nice. They're on the way home. Excited. Oh, hi. Am I late? They met the sloth. Well, there's always tomorrow. And I have an idea. Snakes has an idea. The next day, whee! That sloth is riding that snake. Snake riding sloth. The end. I guess this book's trying to teach everyone that you shouldn't be so nervous on your first day of school because everyone else is. So y'all help each other out and be a little creative. Everything will go great.
Support for this program is provided by the Louisiana Department of Health, working to improve disparities in health care and improve health outcomes for all citizens. Information at ldh.la.gov.